What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Toy Talk. We haven't done one of these in a while. Been too busy doing toy hunts and that sort of thing. But this one's kind of a big deal because we're actually getting out of something. You can probably tell by the thumbnail what's going on. And we're going to talk all about Star Wars Black Series and why I am out. All right, you heard it in the intro. Don't adjust your sets. Yukon Phil is out of Black Series. And you've known that for a while. You've known that I'm out of Black Series. But when it comes to selling Black Series, not something I've really mentioned before. So before we get to the whole, why am I selling? Why sell now? Let me just kind of recap why I'm out of Black Series before I sold it. Well, this is no secret at all. You guys see the live streams, you see the videos, you know my frustration with Hasbro, but we're going to do a quick recap. So first and foremost, the thing that gets all of us, the money, price. Price is the biggest reason why I, at the beginning of the year, said I was out of Black Series. The prices are astronomical, and they're astronomical for a lot of lines, but Black Series, especially for what you get. So let's recap. What do we get for Black Series? Well, basic figure, $24.99. You guys know that. Amazon, Big Bad. Actually, higher on Big Bad. Walmart, Target. Some Targets, $25.49. That's a lot of money to get one accessory, or one really bad paint job, or a figure that is about an inch too short. Let's bring in Baylan Skoll to reiterate a figure that's about an inch too short. If I need to pick out a figure, why I would stop collecting Black Series, man, there's the poster child right there. What a piece of shit figure this is. And that's just blunt and to the point. This is a joke. And I'm not going to throw it because it's someone else's. So, price, obviously. Again, we'll bring Baylan back in. The quality. That doesn't look like Ray Stevenson to me. The quality's just not there, guys. The articulation's loose. The paint is messy. The weapons are gummy. The hands are either really too tight or really too loose. So the quality's really suffered in the last few years. This is a case in point where Hasbro knew they needed to get this out and they rushed it. And they didn't even bother to see how tall Ray Stevenson is, because this figure is exactly the same height as Shin Hati is, which is shocking because there's about a 6-7 inch difference between the character's height in real life. So the quality's just not there. For the $24.99 basic, the $28.99 exclusive, you ain't getting much here. This is what you're getting. Now you look at Classified. Classified, you're getting a ton. You're getting a lot of accessories, that sort of thing. Most Marvel figures, you're getting a Build-A-Figure. Not all, but there's, that still is a consistent, mostly through Marvel Legends, where at least you're getting something. Toddy Mac, DC Multiverse, you're getting a little more. You're usually either getting a pair of extra hands. At least you get a stand. Todd might not be doing the great, but you get a stand. So the quality is just not there. The quality has suffered greatly in the last couple of years, and really has just taken me out of the line, that with price. But there is one more part of this that really has contributed to this decision, and that's availability. Man, it has gotten a little easier to find it, but there was a couple year stretch where you couldn't find these things at all. And now you can find them, but you got to jump on it. You got to jump on it kind of quick. Problem with that is once you jump on it, you've paid the $24.99. And man, I have so much buyer's remorse when it comes to Star Wars Black Series. It's just not even funny anymore. And it's just not something I'm willing to do. I see myself every time I get a new Star Wars Black Series figure, I open it, I'm like, I just paid $27 with tax for this. And it hurts my heart, to be honest with you. So those are really the three main reasons why I've gotten out of Black Series. Price, quality, and availability. Okay, so that was basically a recap of why I've gotten out of it. But why on earth would I decide to sell what I have? It's one thing to stop collecting and just enjoy what you have and be happy with what you've got. I've got about over 200 Star Wars Black Series figures behind me here. Well, honestly, the problem with Black Series is that we're really only tapping such a small little piece of Star Wars. You guys know I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and there's just so much more to Star Wars besides just the characters. There's vehicles, there's playsets, there's environments, there's all these different parts of Star Wars that Star Wars Black Series does not provide to you. You know, when I started collecting Star Wars at 16 years old, when I got back into toys after I was a kid, man, Power of the Force offered all that. They offered the vehicles, they offered the play sets, they offered the beasts, all this stuff, the giant cannons, all that. Star Wars Black Series really limits you. You really don't get a lot of that. You know, you get a vehicle every once in a while, you get failed HasLabs over and over again, and really you're just kind of after the characters. And when a character is running you $25, that's tough. It has taken me several years to recompile my collection because I actually have done this before. I sold off over 150 Black Series before I started the channel and got into Hot Toys a little bit. So really the reason I'm selling now is to kind of broaden my horizons on my Star Wars collecting. We're going back to 3 3/4 inch. That's going to consist of 30th anniversary, Saga collection. Yes, there's going to be some vintage collection in there. And then the vehicles. A lot of the vehicles, but it's going to really be a more focused approach when it comes to what I'm getting. I used to be a completionist with 3 3/4. Not happening. We're looking at the armies. We're looking at stormtroopers, snowtroopers, etc., clone troopers, battle droids, all those kinds of things, Jedi, Sith, bounty hunters, Mandalorians. Really want to focus on those types of figures as opposed to, you know, a Mon Mothma or a oddball figure, which I have from Black Series. I think the focus needs to really be a lot more concise with what I'm collecting for Star Wars now. And it's going to be 3 3/4 inch. So that's kind of where my thinking's at now. And to be honest with you guys, I sat here at my desk yesterday and I took some pictures of my collection. And I was like, you know what? Let's see what happens. Let's throw it on Mercari. Let's put a price down. Let's see if anybody is even in the ballpark of what I'm considering a decent price. And man, it was about 30 minutes later and I had an offer roll in. A little bit of back and forth. I actually asked you guys' opinion on Instagram and Facebook what you thought. And my God, the overwhelming voice was, do it. And that says something about Black Series. That says a lot about Black Series, that you're willing to take pennies on the dollar to get rid of it. I mean, that doesn't bode well for Star Wars Black Series when I had probably about 80% of the people that responded on Facebook and Instagram told me, that's a good deal. Do it. So, you guys were right. That's what we're going to do. This will be the last video where you see Star Wars Black Series because this stuff is getting packed up, shipped out here in the next couple days. And we'll be moving on to 3 3/4 inch. We're going to have a nice little sum of money to get that collection going. And I'm excited about it. So there you go. That's the long-winded answer of why I'm selling my Star Wars The Black Series collection. You guys get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm doing the right thing? Do you think I'm doing the wrong thing? My guess is I'm doing the right thing. But you guys tell me. So there you go. Goodbye to Star Wars Black Series. It's been nice knowing you, but you're out of here. And we'll be going back to 3 3/4 inch. So there you go. Get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to hit that like button. Smash it. Crush that like button. Subscribe. Definitely leave me some more comments. And I will see you guys on the next one. Later. Bye-bye, Black Series.